Oh, it was actually delayed. It's delayed.
We are on live.
We're on live now, but I think
Hello, everybody.
I think it's actually delayed from where I was, or is it?
I have no idea, but welcome to
Well,
Talking
no.
Idiots, Talking Football. If you're there, if you're not.
Okay. It may be that we're delayed. I don't know.
Apparently in the chat,
Okay.
Deontay Costa and Deontay Cole were
Yeah.
asking what
Okay.
happened.
So this is interesting. What's happening? I don't know if I'm live, late, or whatever. If this for some reason.
Now.
For some reason, okay, yeah, we're good to go here. We're good to go. YouTube, they threw something different at me here because I had it set up for automatic start, and it didn't automatic start. Yes, it's delayed. Okay, we're cool. We cool. So forgive me. This is broke ass media. Okay, it's kind of a mess because I got up early this morning, drove down the road. Ended up working. I've driven over 300 miles today. I've been to the dump to see the Washington football team twice. And I got back here, and I was getting ready to do my pick segment with Brother Roz as well as D2 Stu. And I set it up as a live stream, not realizing that we normally do this, actually record it, and then post it later. And then I was like, okay, guys, I'm ready to go. Set up for 8:30. And Roz is like, we record this. But then you guys were already here, so I couldn't undo it. So with that being said, I need to take care of some business because today is a holiday, and I want to make sure I recognize this.
Oh, big run. Oh, he fumbled. Oh, he fumbled. Oh, shit. He's still. Oh, big play. Now he's about to lose his mind.
He hasn't seen the play yet.
Please tell me why he missed it. Wait a minute.
Yes, in honor of National Sunday, not as in the weekday, son, as in your child, make sure you recognize your son. And I couldn't be prouder of my son there. So, son, from your daddy, Philly, enjoy National Sunday. And without further ado, let me go ahead and get my crew up in here. Gentlemen, it is D2 Stu, a.k.a. Mr. Wolf. What's up, Mr. Wolf?
What's going on, sir? Been a long day. Ready to do this pick'em show and still kind of geeked off that stomping we gave the Eagles on Monday night.
Oh,
but
my
it's on
God.
to Carolina now. They got a good defense.
Ooh-wee.
One more chance for haters to say we can't get it done, and one more chance for us to go ahead and do it.
All right. And Brother Roz, or should I say Rain Man Roz, what's up?
Not been raining in the bank account, but that's all right. We're still beating out on Vegas, and that's what really matters.
Well, you know what I wanted to do before we get into our pick segment, because I don't think people understand how difficult it is actually picking games, right? That you can be an expert that's on television and be a complete idiot. Am I right about that, Roz?
Oh, I have seen plenty of idiots on television, yes.
And on YouTube, right? This is, I want to play this.
Which was absolutely
I want to play this.
atrocious.
If I can get it started right. This is called the Blazing Five. And let's see how the five, Blazing Five, that's kind of like locks, isn't it, Ross?
Yeah.
You think if somebody says, these are the Blazing Five, that means this is what you got to do, brother.
Yeah, pickers always rank. Some use stars, some use fire, some use locks. But when they rank them, they're telling you they're right on top. Those are the ones without a doubt you cannot mess up.
This is Colin Cowherd's Blazing Five for week 3.
Okay, it's Blazing 5 time. All of our odds are provided by the Fox Bet Sportsbook. I like dogs this week. Here we go.
It's a hot one.
Let's blaze it up.
Fire it up.
It's Collins Blazing 5. Washington at Bill.
Like it, I love it. In fact, I bet this Monday night. I got 8.5 points. The number's not as good now, but it's 7 +7 Washington, and I'll take the Washington football team. Nobody's fooling anybody in this game. McDermott and Ron Rivera used to coach together in Carolina. Taylor Heineke may not be Brady, but he completes 70% of his throws in the 3 games in which he started. They have excellent receivers, decent running game. Washington will be able to move the chains against a Buffalo team that is a better defense, but their offense right now is totally out of sync. They have the second lowest graded offense according to Pro Football Focus.
They have the lowest graded offense.
Washington's defense hasn't allowed a 100-yard rusher in 15 straight games and hasn't allowed somebody
there's
to score
more.
30 in their last 9. This is way too many points here. I'm going to take Buffalo to win in the last seconds, but I'm take Washington to keep it close, 24-23 Bills.
Okay. Saints at Patriots.
Like it, I love this. We got the Saints living out of a hotel for another week. This is too much chaos for an organization. In 2 games, I know exactly what I get with the Patriots. They're 1-1, but I know exactly what I get. The Saints, first week great, last week terrible. They have the worst passing offense right now in the league, and New England's defense is fantastic. Not only is New England's defense number 2 in the league total, but it has 5 interceptions this year, most in the NFL. I get a team where I know exactly what I get against the team that's given me 2 different images, one of which was absolutely atrocious. Patriots win and take the points. They're going to win as a favorite and cover 27-20 New England.
Okay.
Bills at Steelers.
Like it, I love it. I love the Bengals +3.
Boy. Okay, he got one.
Big Ben, not 100%. He hasn't been good when he is 100%. The Steelers are the only team in the league bottom 3 grade in passing and running, and Ben's not healthy. They can't do anything right. And the Steelers' defense is suffering because of it, because they're on the field too long. Their defense now is the 4th worst pass defense in the league. How is that possible? T.J. Watt's not healthy, and the defense is on the field the entire game. Joe Burrow last week, worst game as a pro. He bounces back. I'll take the Bengals to win outright, 27-24.
Dolphins at Raiders.
Now, I got a better number than this, but it's Dolphins +3.5. Really like Miami here. Here's a funny stat. Raiders are the 38th NFL team to start the year with 3 straight games against teams that won 10-plus games the previous year. The first 37, none of them went 3-0. So are the Raiders going to do what's never been done in the league? Think about this. The Dolphins are coming off a humiliating loss. Teams that get beat by 30 to 35 points 62% of the time come back and cover the next week. The Dolphins' defense, despite their issues, still graded highly. And the Raiders cannot run the football. They are a one-dimensional offense. I think it's going to catch up to them. I think the Dolphins upset the Raiders 26-23, take the points.
Eagles at Cowboys.
Love this. By the way, Jalen Hurts has the second most rushing yards as a quarterback in the league, and he's averaging 7.8 yards before contact. What does that mean? Hella good offensive line. He's got 8 yards before you touch him. That's good scheming and a good O-line. And their defense right now, as long as it's healthy, has played way better than expected. The Cowboys are also surrendering a lot of big plays. Dallas's defense has surrendered 12, quote, big plays this year. Second most in the NFL. And Jalen Hurts is averaging 8 yards before he is touched. I'm calling an upset. Philadelphia +3.5. Eagles win 24-23.
Okay. So
Carson and Gregory were all over Hurts with that pressure all night.
Yeah. So what are we to make of experts? Any thoughts?
Well, we all have our ups and downs.
Time out, because now you're breaking your own rule. You said we, and he said experts. we, as in me and Roz, are not experts.
Okay.
That's why he points out all the time that we are not.
Cow turd is making me an expert at this point, and you're beating
Oh,
me.
but can you?
That's
I mean,
not bad.
Washington, Philadelphia, Miami, and New England. So he was 1-4. Am I right on that?
Well, depending on the spreads, he might have pulled something out there, but definitely the Buffalo Washington. First off,
Buffalo Washington was a
Heineke
loss.
and great receivers
Cowboy
in the
one's a
same sentence
loss.
was just a failure.
But Buffalo Washington, he picked New England. I'm sorry,
Right.
he picked New England. The Saints blew them out, didn't he?
He said New England 27.
No. But he picked going by the points, I think he missed 4 of them.
Look, we all
Either
know-
way, I'm just bringing that up just to kind of let you know it's hard to do this, and this is a guy that's got a whole staff that probably picked that shit for him.
Well, it helps when you watch as much as you can.
Yeah.
And
Oh, well, you heard that one guy, Spears, I think, or somebody.
Marcus Spears?
said
former
something
Cowboy.
about, this is what the data guys gave me to pick.
Yeah,
He
that's
said that
plausible.
on one of his videos.
Yeah, that's plausible deniability.
Yeah, but I mean, I know they do that. NFL Network gives them all a data sheet
Mm-hmm.
so they can read different stats,
Yeah.
and then they just take turns picking stuff off their show sheet. But look, at some point, you got to have more brains than the people that are doing the research.
Well, it was funny because he was doing this thing that he was talking about. It was literally like if you were trying to build the perfect quarterback, you would find the perfect trait from the best of the best and put it together. And the way he described it, he was like, oh, well, he doesn't have the running ability of like Lamar Jackson, or the creativity of Pat Mahomes, right? Well, Pat Mahomes doesn't have the running ability of Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson doesn't have the creativity in the arm that Pat Mahomes, right? And he was just going through and the situation, and I was like, okay, so you're building robo quarterback here. Now, if you take any one of these guys, you could do that same thing with each and every one of them. But the way it's brought across to you, it's like he's lacking. He's just not that good of a quarterback because he's not Lamar Jackson and, Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady and all of these guys rolled up to one. But the reality is none of them are.
Did you say robo quarterback or Romo?
I said robo, like you were building like a robo. We're taking.
Oh, okay.
We're taking the brain from this guy. We're
I was
taking
just
the
making
cannon
sure we
arm.
weren't putting Romo ahead
Dude.
of Dak.
Roz.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Okay. All right. So with knowing what Colin Cowturd did last week, how did we do last week? Did we get some?
Are you sure you really want to know how you did last week?
Yeah, I do.
Context that he was 1-4. How'd we do?
I know I did better than that mother
No,
humper.
he was 1-4.
All right. Well, first off, I won $20 just straight up on the Dallas
Woo-hoo.
game, but Vegas got 8 right. So
Okay.
2 weeks in a row, they've only got half. the
50%.
picks correct.
Okay.
Jobu got 12 right last week.
My man.
That is 75% of the games played.
Okay.
I, on the other hand, got 81% with 13 correct.
Okay. Good, man. Okay.
And once again, the dadgum wolf got 87% with 14 out of 16 possible picks correct.
We beat down everybody in Vegas then, didn't we? We kicked their ass.
If you had laid parlays across the board on different setups, you probably could have cashed on Vegas multiple times.
Okay.
That's the part that makes me sick right there. Can't gamble where I'm at.
Now that is part of the picks, though, is that you have to realize we might pick them correct, but when you lay the parlay,
Got to get those right too.
you got to get all of them.
Yeah,
right.
you can't be like
Right. So
5 and 1.
That one that I missed, I got 13 right. But if that 14th game on a parlay was one included on maybe a 6 pick,
Mhm.
all 6 are gone.
Yep.
So it is difficult to beat Vegas,
Mhm.
but it's not difficult to beat Vegas if you're smart about it.
Michael Flores, what's up, Mike? He said he just came from Bird Gang 31's channel, and they're still talking about our Cowboys beating them. They better move on because they got to play Kansas City, and Kansas City's probably mad as hell. Shout out Cowboys up north. What's up, Michael Gibson, Cheyenne, Max Kellerman, Cowturd, Skip, all come from the Human Centipede. Okay,
all the Philly trolls that haven't showed up yet,
they're not going to
take a page out of Philly 500's book and be a man, take your lumps.
They won't. You know, there's Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
You say his name 3 times?
I didn't, but we said troll and jackass, so he showed up. I think that's the same thing, isn't it?
He damn near gets a pass sometimes just because he's been trolling so long.
Wait. Look, what? Philadelphia says, could this be the Uber Cowboys witnessing a divisional playoff game at high def? He's still bringing it. It's okay, Philadelphia. We still love you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hate, man, that's like an art form, man. It's like you like a born hater, like myself, man. A lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I mean, I'm mad at everything, man.
Yeah, he can really hate, but that's all good. We still, you know what? At least you manned up and showed up, okay? Because a lot of your brethren,
they ain't going to be around for a while.
I'm looking at my numbers. It's looking kind of light tonight. All right, so.
Taking the shit talk out of it real quick, though. Philadelphia and their fans learned they got a lot of work to do. They thought they were somebody and they're not. And it sucks for them as fans, but honestly, it might be good for them because they got smacked so hard. They got one of two things that are going to happen. They either have a horrible season, which it's looking like right now, and they start over next year, or the coach gets his head out of his ass, Hurts gets going a little bit, and they have a better team than what showed on Monday night.
Well, and that's, and I've had to console Philly because he's like, man, I don't know if Hurts is the guy or the coach. I said, wait a minute, hold on. Hurts has only had 8 games to start. I said, he's still literally, he's a rookie and halfway through his first year. I said, it's really too early to tell, especially since he started out with Doug Peterson, and now he's with, Mr. Rock, Paper, Scissors, guy. That you don't know if that guy is a coach. I mean, let's look at the difference of Jalen Smith from last year to this year with a different coach. He looks like a totally different player. So, to say, oh, we're going to just get rid of him, you don't know that the coach is the guy.
And that's coming from a position where he basically lost his job. The only reason he's back there out front and center is because DeMarcus Lawrence went down. But right. Where we thought he might be on the way out the door because of attitude, he took it. He took it from Quinn, one of those types of coaches that makes the players push. Mm-hmm. He's putting his best out there on the field under a better coach.
Well, and the thing about it is, I think that was the best thing from him because he was so arrogant. I'm Jalen Smith. I've got second most tackles in the NFL. Look at the film, man. And it's like, yeah, okay, but you know what? Sit your ass down. And all of a sudden, that brings out that hunger, and it's like, wait a minute, maybe there is a problem here. Maybe I do need to work harder. And he definitely has. And, he stopped doing the swipe every other play. And I'm happy to see that. And hopefully he continues. L.A. Rams take, I haven't seen an Eagle fan this humble in forever, and I live in South Jersey. Damn. But, they honestly, for the Eagles, the best thing for them is just lose out. You got draft picks, you may end up needing to get a quarterback. So the higher that pick is, the better your chances are of trying to get one without losing everything. And just saying, this is a redshirt year. We're going to start building for the future.
For them, they better hope that I think Roz is on the same page as I am. I think we both like Hurts' potential. Mm-hmm. And for Philadelphia, they would be better suited, like Philly 500 said, if he does turn out having a little bit better season, mm-hmm. even if it's a losing season, so that they know that he's the guy they can work with. That way they can use those draft picks to address other areas.
Right, yeah.
Cowboys fans, hopefully he's not as good as I think he can be, and they have to use those picks and waste them on another quarterback.
Well, the problem is, though, you can ruin a guy. There's a lot of quarterbacks that could have been productive quarterbacks, but they went to a bad situation. I mean, you just look at Sam Darnold right now. And I'm not saying Sam Darnold is going to be a great quarterback again, but he looks night and day different there in Carolina versus being a Jet. So, you better hope that this regime doesn't ruin him and stunt his development. I think of like Jason Campbell with Washington, where he was in the chuck and duck offense, and he literally got beat down to the point where as soon as he got the ball, he was just wondering which one of these guys is going to knock me the F out.
Yeah. And to Sam Darnold, who would be playing this week, he's no longer playing under Adam Gase.
Yeah.
And it seems kind of odd that
but things haven't changed with the Jets.
That get out under the thumb of Adam Gase tend to do better when they land in other locations.
Okay. Well, Roz, I want to get to the Tua report. How's he doing?
What?
Tua. Did he get put on IR?
Yeah, Tua's on IR. We've moved beyond Tua.
Okay.
As it stands right now, they're, hell, I don't even care who it is. There's some damn reporters out there everywhere just throwing the whole Watson to Miami thing out in the air again.
Well, supposedly Houston has lowered their demand some.
Yeah, they've lowered their price, and you have got to figure out a way to, I don't know, change an entire season by bringing a quarterback in who, one, has not bought into Flores' system, two, has not practiced with a single person outside of Will Fuller, who they have not played together through 5 games of suspension last year. I mean, to me, the whole damn thing's stupid. But then again, I said Aaron Rodgers would come back. I was wrong about how.
Yeah.
And my Aaron Rodgers coming back to May, then went June, July, August. He's done. He's out. He's gone. And I was wrong. So, I was all on the board, and then I jumped off, and then he came back. So, what the hell do I know about what the NFL is going to be?
Hey, Coco, how you doing?
Stupid enough to trade for Watson. Right? Then I'm going to pack my colors for the year. I'll put them back on next year when we get our heads out of our asses.
We got silver and blue somewhere for you if that happens.
Yeah,
I got green and yellow. I'll be fine.
Well, but here's the thing, though. I kind of look at this and look at the whole situation side-eye. Because, I've heard rumors that the Eagles could be interested in him still. But I kind of look at them side-eye because he's taken the money. He signed this big-ass contract and then decided, you know what? I'm not going to play for you guys anymore. And I understand it was a bad situation, but you were one of the highest paid, I think number 4 right now, players in the NFL.
And not that damn good either.
And this is where it's so funny that people will say, oh, well, he's better than Dak Prescott. And I'm like, really? What's better than Dak Prescott? He played in 16 games last year. Now, we keep saying, well, the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, he's not taking them over the hump and winning. He played all last year, and they were 4-12, right? And then they go, oh, well, he didn't have a team around. But when you use that with Dak Prescott, oh, well, he has to have people around him. It's like, yeah, pick a side. Just pick a side.
The reality is, 4 years, he's been over 60%, all of them. He's been over 70% just last year alone.
Okay.
He had 4,800 yards passing. He had 440. He's had over 400 yards the 3 full years he's played.
Okay.
But outside of that 4,800 yards passing last year,
yeah.
What
playoff record as Dak?
Well, he's got the same stats as Dak. So do the math there. Same stats, but somehow he's better.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan. I was never a fan of Hopkins with Watson because of Watson. I'm just not a fan of Watson. At the end of the day, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He is a good quarterback. He's not a Taylor Heineke, okay? But being a good quarterback and being a difference maker are 2 different things.
And being a leader.
Oh, yeah. Let's sit out on our team.
That's where I kind of look at it. Who's to say that he's not going to do the same thing here? Because it wasn't that he wasn't getting paid.
And he saw Xavier Howard get paid doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So you're going to bring that in here? You're going to poison the water?
Yeah. Wow. This is crazy. Philadelphia congratulating us on the win.
I can't see that chat. But
is this really Philadelphia or is this a troll? This must be a troll. So it's got to be a fake account. It can't be Philadelphia. Okay.
Let me see y'all be deep playoff contenders this year. Show the world. If not, beating the Eagles means nothing.
Oh, it means something because we've seen you bitches cry like a little bitch.
I was going to say Philly 500.
It means a lot.
Immortal.
It means a lot, and I'm working on that shirt for Philly 500. But it's all good. It's all good.
Philly took the L from the Eagles and the Giants this past week.
Oh my goodness! All right,
fantasy.
So let's get on to our pick segment here. We have the Seattle Seahawks with no kind of defense going to Levi Stadium against the San Francisco 49ers that really have no offense. And Seattle is getting 3 points.
All right, and I did want to update you.
Uh-huh.
So we only have 6 games over 50, over under.
Uh-huh.
This one is a 52 point. There's a lot of low scoring games throughout. What I did was I took a look, and San Francisco actually lost a half a point across some of the books.
Okay.
So what they're saying is it's closer. So they took their 3-point home field advantage and moved it to a 2.5 on a lot of books. It's not that big a thing to me, but it is. I did track various different movements in the line this week.
Okay.
I'm taking Seattle outright. Wait. I'm sorry. Broke ass media. I screwed up.
How's that?
Let me rewind. Because I screwed up. I meant to start with, I'm going to have some fun this week, and I'm going to pick every game against the spread instead of my regular straight ups. So I'm taking Seattle, and I'm getting 2.5 points.
Okay.
I was going to say that's great information, but give me Seattle. We can move on from this one.
Yeah.
All right, so we're sweeping Seattle against Vegas again.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if they broke at Trey Lance at halftime and he ran the ball in a few times, but still give me Seattle.
All right, so we moved on from Trey Lance like everybody else in the world.
Okay. We have the Baltimore Ravens going to Evan Power Field against the Broncos. And it looks like they are getting 1 point on that one.
Hold on. Who do you have with what's the line?
Right now it has Baltimore getting 1 with DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM, and it's a pick 'em with Caesar's book.
Okay, and there are some other books out there have Baltimore at -1 with a 2-point shift from Denver getting a -1. So really it is a pick 'em because the line's moving back and forth along with the betting market.
Interesting. Okay.
What do you think, Stu? Denver, Baltimore. Home field, Mile High Stadium.
3-0 Denver.
I think
right.
I like Denver's defense a lot. Teddy B.
Isn't it the Jets, the Giants,
done, but
and
you
the
can go ahead and
Giants?
give me Baltimore. I think some of that might have to do with because Teddy is doing so well, but also what we saw with the Lions almost beating the Ravens this past week. But I think that gets corrected. I think what we discussed earlier in the day is true, that especially on the defensive side of the ball there in Detroit, Dan Campbell and that coaching staff got them boys fighting out there.
Denver.
Well, you know what? They used to go out west because they go mining for gold. And a lot of times people would get fooled by pyrite. You know what pyrite is?
Fool's gold.
Fool's gold. And I think Denver Broncos are fool's gold because I think, haven't they played Jacksonville, the Giants, and the Jets? Does that really count as victories? Does it?
Good teams are supposed to beat bad teams.
Oh, okay. And you know what? And bad teams can beat worse ones. I'm going to be the contrarian here. I'm going to take me a point with the Baltimore Ravens. Give me the Ravens against the Pyrite.
I took
all right,
Baltimore
look, all I
myself,
just want to point out.
What's that?
Sorry, Stu. Go ahead. What were you going to throw?
Raj, you're the lone wolf. I took Baltimore.
Oh, I thought you
You
took
Baltimore.
Oh,
Yes,
I thought
sir.
you said Denver.
No, sir.
I thought you
No,
said.
I said Denver, but
I thought you both did.
Wrong white guy.
You know, I will say that I am hoping, because remember what I told you last week. Watch Mark Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
He finally showed up the way he's supposed to, so that gets Baltimore on track. Rashad Bateman's coming back, but this might not be a full offense if Mark Andrews has any issues going into that mile high air.
Yeah, but I'm going to take Baltimore. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I took Denver, but we'll move on. I just, I'm on a side.
All right, we got the Pittsburgh.
Wait, y'all getting a point on Baltimore?
You're a believer.
I'm getting a point on Baltimore.
Yeah, that defense is legit in Denver.
Oh, he's
my line moved off to -1. That's why I was.
Even if it was -1, I'd still take Baltimore. Denver. I think Baltimore's going to win straight up on that. But okay.
Right, but I'm not taking the. All right, to hell with it. I took Denver. Move on.
Okay, we got this Pittsburgh Squealers with old man Roethlisberger going to Lambeau Field, getting 6.5 points against the Packers. I got the Packers on this. I'm sorry. The Pittsburgh is literally terrible. They can't run the ball. They can't pass the football. Big Ben, his knees look like they're as bad as mine.
1 year too long playing for Big Ben. Give me Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers too.
As much as I hate Aaron frickin' Rodgers,
I am going to take the points.
Okay.
I don't think this game's going to be a blowout, so I'll take Pittsburgh. You give me those points.
All right. We have Tampa Bay laying 7 points going to New England against Bill Belichick.
My lock of the week, one of my locks. I wanted to tell you all about this. So I dropped a 6-team lock.
Mm-hmm.
One of my locks is taking Tampa Bay -7.
I'm with you on that, bro.
Make it this week. Tom Brady going back to Belichick and saying, have a nice day.
All right, so we got the Raiders going to SoFi Field, getting 3 points. Are you believing in the Raiders hype? Or are the Chargers the new hottie?
Give me the kid. Give me Herbert. Give me the Chargers.
And you giving up 3 points?
Yeah. I know the Raiders have been playing better, but I also know I got to go with the Chargers.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Chargers, too, on that one.
Mike Williams.
Then I guess we're sweeping it because I already locked them in on my parlay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars tomorrow night going to Paul Brown Stadium against the Bengals, getting 7.5 points. Are the Bengals actually for real? Inquiring
Bengals
minds.
defense has been stepping up. They are impressive. They've been playing a little bit above the rim, which is why I locked in Jacksonville. Give me the 7.5 points.
Really?
I'll take the Bengals. So one of us is going to look like ass.
That's a big spread for me.
That is a big spread, but you know what?
Cincinnati.
I know it's the Natty.
Cincinnati.
You're acting like Jacksonville.
Right, they're Jacksonville.
I like
Burrow versus Herbert. You got to pick. Burrow versus Lawrence. You got to pick one.
I'm going to take at least a guy in the second year.
All right.
Give me Burrow with Chase and
mix it.
Washington
this would be fun. There's a lot of lone wolf things going on.
Their defense is playing a little bit better.
We have
going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, we have Washington intimidating or trying to imitate a football team, -1 going to Mercedes-Benz Bowl against the Falcons.
Stu, before you take this one away, I do want to point out on some sports books we had a -1.5 on Washington.
Actually, you're right. It is. Actually, DraftKings is the only one at 1. Everybody else is at -1.5.
I want to point out, though, that was at
Hey, Dallas Cowboy girl.
What's that?
I was just shouting out Dallas Cowboy girl.
that was at 1 earlier in the week. It moved a half point towards the Washington side.
Okay.
You take this one, boss. You're living up
I'm
there.
going to take the 1.5 in Atlanta. Shit. Okay. Washington barely beat the Atlanta Falcons, and the Atlanta Falcons beat the Giants. Excuse me. Washington barely beat the Giants basically on a offsides on a field goal. And the Falcons are at home, and I'm getting a 1.5. Washington's ass. Their ass. And I can never root for Washington.
Don't tell Kyle Pizzle that.
Okay. Well, their ass too.
That'll be fun with the Sunday stream doing all four, but give me Atlanta.
Okay.
That's a sweep on that one.
Now, here's the big one. Damn. The Houston Texans getting 16 going to Buffalo.
Shit.
I want to know what Jobu thinks about a 16-point spread.
16-point spread. The Houston Texans going all the way to Buffalo? That's a lot of points. That's a lot of money there. That's a lot of money.
Davis Mills.
But the Buffalo Bills, they're righting the ship. I think they spank that ass and blow them out. I'm going to take Buffalo. I'm going to take the home team. What the hell?
That's a whole lot of points.
That's a lot of money.
But it's Davis Mills and the Houston Texans. Give me the Buffalo Bills with Josh throwing the digs. Zach Moss stepping it up.
You choking on that over there, Ross?
That defense, shut them down. It's the Houston Texans. East side, your team is going to lose by more than 6.
Yeah, that's what I hope for. Yeah, I haven't seen East side. He ain't showing up no more. He's done for this. He's packed it in for the season.
I just figure I'll go ahead and just keep this on.
Just clown us? Okay.
Apparently, I'm all alone taking 16 points from y'all.
Okay. Take it. Take it. The Lions against the Bears getting 3 points at Soldier Field. A snooze fest.
I'm taking Detroit, but I don't like it.
You got to take the points with this one.
Yeah, I'll take the points because I don't care. I honestly, Stu and I talked about this earlier today. I honestly think that Detroit's defense is doing a little bit what the Eagles did, and they're not the people we thought they were. They're playing above themselves, and that tends to gain momentum. So if anybody's going to step up and make Justin Fields rattled, they just have to watch tape last week, and Detroit could probably do it. I'm
taking the points, of course, in that one. All right, we've got the Carolina Panthers.
Oh,
sorry, my bad.
Graphics department put the sweep up.
Okay. Carolina Panthers going to Dallas, excuse me, for a 1:00 game, getting 4 points. Who you got?
That did move to 5.
I'm seeing 4.5 on Caesars, FanDuel, Bet MGM, and
right.
Okay.
I'm generally looking at offshores too, but
okay.
But it did, in some places, it moved to 5.
Do you actually have to ask me who I'm taking? Cowboys have covered the points all 3 games this season.
You have?
Yes, we have.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes, and I look for them to cover this week as well.
Stu?
What game are we on?
Cowboys versus the Panthers. Panthers getting 4.5.
You're asking me who I'm picking.
I'm
going to go. We get how many points?
4.5.
Give me Dax 4.5 plus.
Okay. And the clown?
I locked this in my parlay at plus 5 points to me.
Oh, you're taking the Panthers without Christian McCaffrey?
Don't sleep
I
on
know, right?
Chuba and Royce Freeman.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Okay. All right. We have
a better team than people give them credit for, but they ain't going to beat Dallas. Dallas will get them by at least a touchdown.
Well, it better not be a letdown for the Cowboys. The Indianapolis Colts with Carson Wentz, whose stock is going down, going to Miami, getting 2 points. Who you got, Ross?
You got to ask me who I'm taking?
Miami.
Oh, you best believe it.
Okay.
If I got one opportunity to pick my boys this year, it's going to be now.
Okay.
I was about to say, if you come with some random shit and pick Wentz and the Colts, I'm going to be pissed because I've been picking Miami's defense over the Colts defense everywhere where I needed a defense to stream in fantasy. Give me the Dolphins.
Well, I will never, ever pick Carson Wentz for anything. Okay? All right? Nothing. Okay? If it ended up being that they said you need a kidney and the only match is Carson Wentz, I'm not taking it because it'd probably break coming out of his body before it got into mine. I'll take Miami on that one.
Wow.
Okay. We have the Cleveland Browns going against.
It's probably true.
We have the Cleveland Browns going against the Minnesota Vikings in USA Bank Stadium. The home team is getting 2 points against the doo-doo Browns.
Mark, you had me crying over here. Sorry.
About what? The Carson Wentz?
If it was Carson Wentz kidney, you wouldn't take it.
Oh, boy. Who you taking, Minnesota +2 at home or the Cleveland Browns?
I can't believe I'm taking the Browns, but
Browns, the brand new brothers in town. Yeah, boy. I get the Browns, too.
If there was a sound effects department, there'd be a wolf blowing his horn right now because I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Ooh.
Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look at that. The wolf finally broke free from daddy.
There you go. All right. And
I mean, he's been doing it every week. I'm just saying this week, finally.
Okay.
Give me Kirk Cousins and Jefferson. And
What?
Whether it's Dalvin Cook or Al.
Justin Jefferson is ass.
So shall be the Cleveland Browns in comparison to the Vikings on Sunday.
All right. We got the New York stinking Giants, okay? Woo, going to New Orleans at Caesars Superdome. The roof has been on fire. They've had a flood, and now the Giants are going to go in there and stink the place up. They get 7 points. I think I'm taking the home team in the 7. And laying the 7. That's just me. I might be crazy on that one.
When the Saints come marching in. Rashid's gonna be 0-4.
You know what? I don't want to waste your time on this show right now. Maybe somebody in the chat has something important, but bottom line is I locked in getting 7.5 points.
Okay.
So you're gonna go with the Giants to cover.
Look, I didn't say that. I said I'm getting 7.5 points. Damn it. Okay, that's it. If I happen to be supporting a blue and red wearing team, then so what?
All righty. Okay.
Okay, man.
All right, and we have
I just can't say it. I just can't. Rashid,
we have the 10.
You better be there this weekend, and you better step up with some mojo.
Well, this is going to be an interesting weekend because my brother is coming over who's a Washington fan, and he has a weekly bet, of course, with my dad, who's a Cowboy fan. And my dad is supposed to be here, too. And nice. we've got 4 1:00 games. Everybody in the NFC East are all 1:00 games. So
plus you stream Philly. So Mark, have you ever done something like this before, or are you going to Jobu a win for all of these teams?
Oh no. We're just hoping for a win for the Cowboys. No, just the Cowboys. That's all I want. Yeah, my hand's going to be full. My hands are going to be full on Sunday. I have to go get another TV so that way I can have 4 games on in front of me. This is crazy. All right, so we got.
Didn't I say something weird on that Thursday night with the Giants?
You said you did?
I'm just saying,
Thursdays are always weird. I hate Thursdays.
You definitely did. We got the Tennessee Titans getting 7 points going to the Jets. How could the Jets are favored? Are you kidding me?
No.
That can't be right.
Tennessee's favorite.
I'm sorry. Tennessee's favorite. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's been a long day.
I know I've been smoking.
What an idiot! What an idiot!
I know, Philly. I'm an idiot. But who's your daddy? That's all. Who's your daddy, Philly? All right. So the Titans -7 to the Jets going on the road. I'll take the Titans.
Yeah. There's only one fan base in the league I truly feel sorry for, and it's the lovable New York Jets fans that have the worst organization in the world, but they stick by them.
You know, this is going to be the funniest in the world if this plays out the way I think it is, because I took the 7 and locked it into my parlay. I just took 2 New York teams in 1 week. Something wrong. I think I got drunk before I made my picks.
Stupid noise.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We got Kansas City. That's 1-2. Going to Philadelphia. Philly's getting 7 points at home. I'll take Kansas City. Even though their defense is ass, I think that they turn it around. Andy Reid, after having heart palpitations, going back to Philly, yeah, I got Philly. Philly going down.
That's an easy call. Give us Kansas City all the way around. Unless Ross is going to come up with some crazy shit again.
Is he locking in 7 points again?
He's going to call. No, you're not. Don't do it, Ross.
I did not lock it into the parlay, but I told y'all that I make my picks before the show and I don't change my picks because of the show. I took the 7.5. I took this. I don't know why. Something said to me that Kansas City is going to play to win, but they don't care how.
You get the bitter beer face, man.
I mean, look,
Okay.
I didn't take Washington, right?
Oh, my
I didn't
God.
take Washington.
All right.
Well, then again, I didn't take Dallas either.
Okay.
I mean, these aren't straight up. Remember, I'm getting points.
You to take the NFC least unfavorites with the point spread.
I'm getting points.
Looking at how much more money you'll win because the odds are bigger, or what's going on there?
That was a part of the decision-making factor, but it was also based on the way these teams are playing right now.
Looking at that part of the factor, that was big enough to tilt you. But if you weren't looking at that part, one to get greedy, win that little bit extra money.
Well, look, Kansas City going to win. Dallas going to win.
Kansas City's going to kick the snot out of Philadelphia.
See, here's the good news. If I'm wrong, right?
When you're wrong,
then I know I don't have to pick Philly again all year. Because if they can't come back from what happened Monday night and play ball, then they just ain't going to play ball all year.
Look, even a Philadelphia Eagle fan, Wolf of Odin, I can't pick my birds over a Super Bowl contender. He can't even do it. He's a homer.
I'm picking the Eagles to win.
I'm picking the win, but still.
I'm getting 7.5 in the sports book I'm in.
But that team is ass. They're ass.
Look, I'm trying to support somebody else for 1 week. Can you give him 1 week?
No, he gave my son's belt to Cop Pizzle. Let him burn. Do you think Philly 500 would be going easy on me right now?
Yeah,
he is your son now.
Do you think he would be going easy on me right now?
Is he your stepson now? I mean, like, you got to
I'm just his daddy. Okay? All right? I'm just his daddy.
Philly Anthony Fitness.
I got 2 kids, okay? I mean, 2 sons. Michael's my number 1 one.
Michael Anthony was back there.
Philly 500 is my number 2.
Damn.
Okay. He's my number 2.
Speaking of Tucson, what's our next game?
Our next game is Arizona getting 4 going to Los Angeles.
Give me Tucson, Arizona.
Actually, it's between 4, 4.5, and 5. We'll say 4.5.
I had. There was actually 5 on the book earlier in the week.
Yeah.
It moved down to 4.5.
Right. I bet MGM still has it at 5.
So people were betting too high on Arizona. They moved the line away from it.
I think that the Rams could have the letdown. I'm going to go ahead and take Arizona on that one too.
Ooh. Somebody agreed with me.
Yeah. Did we do Seattle? And 49ers?
I really don't like that running back situation.
Oh, did we do Seattle and 49ers?
Yeah, we started with them.
Okay. All right. So
wait, rewind, Stu. What do you got? What do you got on this one?
Mark seems to forget that I'm picking tonight too, but I'm going to go ahead and point out I hate that backfield in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, I just don't like them. And I don't know how Hopkins is. I believe in that Rams defense. I like Matthew Stafford more than people give him credit for. I'm going to go with the Rams there.
Okay. Well, I want to see the Rams.
He's going to ride with Vegas. All right.
Okay.
So now, I did want to throw in, Mark, at the end of the day, before I forget, 48 games have been played.
Yeah.
22 of them, Vegas has actually gotten correct.
Okay.
All right, that's 46%. So I'm not a big fan of Vegas at this point. That's part of what went into my calculations, Stu, was the favorites versus the negatives.
I knew there was something extra to it outside of just what your gut was telling you.
Right. No. This is my gut. Well, the dominoes didn't work out right, so we won't talk about my gut. But the other thing is, here's the other part of the calculation. You ready?
Go ahead.
I have gotten 52% of those 48 games right. 52%. That's good. I'm beating Vegas. But the Wolf has 60% correct. 29 out of 22 correct.
And what am I? Am I taking up the rear?
Sorry, I had an extra number in there. And the Jobu is right ahead of me with 26 at 54%.
Okay.
So as it stands right now, I am behind everybody but Vegas, and I don't care about Vegas because I know we can beat it.
Okay.
So I got to shake it up a little bit. That's part of the reason I picked against the spread too.
Okay.
Fall back a little bit.
And right, either I'm gonna fall way behind,
or you're gonna make a big jump back forward.
Yep.
All right, so that's where we are.
As I look at myself in the screen real quick, we passed right by the Dallas game. You talked about it in one of your earlier videos. You were talking about the black sheep. That's not what this shirt was made for. But when you were talking about Kazi, when you were talking about Neil, when you were talking about Hooker and Curse,
it still fits.
Quinn's brought in. I felt like
but think about Randy Gregory, who's been, it's like he's been locked up for years and everything else. And then you got, meatballs like Jalen Smith, who, people wanted to get rid of here, and Van Der Esch, who can't stay healthy. I mean, that's a whole bunch of black sheep, especially coming off of the season that they had. Nobody gave them any credit or anything else, much like the World War II squadron, the black sheep. At least if you go by the television show.
It always amazes me how you two can spend so much time on the third and fourth linebackers on your team. No, it's cool. It's good because, I know the guys too.
Okay. You know what the difference between...
But here's... Yeah, go ahead.
I know your other one is on COVID. He was hanging out with the hooker. I get it.
Oh, but... especially because we've got great content creators out there like Mark and Law Nation and other guys like that out there that bring us the information that we need. We know all about our team. We're not fair weather fans when we come around these parts. We know our team. We love our team.
No, and that's good. I mean, to be honest, you guys were talking through the Hard Knocks show about Jalen Smith quite a bit. They even... at some point, kind of addressed him through having an absence. The absence was noticeable type of thing. And here he is showing up on game day.
But see,
I was just saying, it always impresses me how we can get there, no matter how you get there.
The key is, especially now that it's a 17-game season, is you're going to have depth. You're going to have guys that you're not expecting to play that are going to have to play. You know, it's a war of attrition. And this is where, at least the Cowboys, where you can look at, with the exception of probably center and quarterback, that most positions we actually have some depth in them. The fact that we've had Donovan Wilson miss the last 2 games, which was our best safety, where safety was a problem for us, we haven't really skipped a beat on safety this year. Now, or I could say, well, Anthony Brown is, but he did get an interception this week. But you look at the defensive line. We've had we lost Neville Gallimore. We ended up losing both of our defensive ends. You don't expect your defense to lose 3 starters, you know, on your defense and still play well. You just don't. You don't. You don't expect to take a linebacker and convert him to an emergency defensive end, and all of a sudden he is like, you know, a playmaker having as many pressures as Von Miller.
So, stop.
No, what?
Dallas is just so smart with that. I mean, you got
they got lucky
freak
as
of
shit.
nature who can play any position, but
you got lucky.
Dan Quinn's a genius. No, I'm just kidding. Micah Parsons is just that good. Like, it doesn't matter where you put him. He should be captaining that defense no matter where he is. Like I heard you even say, defensive end won't be calling the plays. I get that, but when they huddle up, your captain should still be kind of having a presence at all times.
Believe me, they will follow. But see, I'm going to tell you, and you're trying to discount Dan Quinn. I was doing a video while I was waiting for you guys, and I was talking about Diggs. Diggs, who is actually an all-around cornerback. I mean, he's 3 takeaways.
He's almost a Richard Sherman.
Actually, that's exactly what I did a video early. You must watch the Jobu Sports Report, because I actually did a video driving down the road comparing him to Richard Sherman's best season had 8 interceptions, 65 tackles, and 1 sack. Right now I'm not expecting him to get 1 every game, but literally all he's got to do is get 5 in 14 games, and he's got, you know, more than Richard Sherman did. I'm sorry, as many as Richard Sherman. And right now he's on pace for about 55 tackles. But
didn't he get like 6 last year too?
Yeah, he had 3 interceptions last year, which is the most for the Cowboys since Terrence Newman in 2010, which had, I want to say, 6 in 2010. Other than that, nobody's had more than 3 in a season since 2010. He's already done that twice now in his 2 years.
And just, Stu, I'm going to hand it off to you here, but because I mean, I know Dallas, you're drooling to talk it, but before we go there, Mark, I do want to say, I'm not discounting Dan Quinn, because remember, in a 32-team league, you only get 1 option, and I chose Dallas. And after 18 fantasy points last week, I mean, that's the kind of thing where a defense really shows
the takeaways.
You. Right. Well, that's the thing, though, is the takeaways are, you've said time and time and time again, that's game-changing.
It is.
And that's what you look for, and that's what I look for, too.
Now, the point I was going to make about Diggs is he's great at taking the ball away. He's great at actually deflecting and all that. But he's also got tackling down. He did a tackle in there where he literally went up, chest on him, wrapped his arms, squeezed, and drove through him. And I was just like, wait a minute. You don't see cornerbacks making tackles like that very often. And
that's like Deion Sanders used to back off of that.
Deion Sanders never tackled nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Deion said, look, I'll intercept him. I'll knock the ball away. I ain't tackling nobody. Deion would not tackle. But he is, and he's got a streak like Richard Sherman too, because you can see him knock the ball away and kind of give you that stare like, yeah, bring that shit on over here, and I'm going to take it away from you. But fundamentals were missing last year between pursuit angles, and, you know, you can't do this banana route thinking you're going to catch somebody. You've got to figure out what the mesh point is and go for where they're going to be. It's like shooting a shotgun. If you shoot at the target, you're going to miss. You've got to lead the target and hit it right where it's going to be. They're doing that now. They're also tackling as a group. They're all pursuing, And they're actually using their shoulders and their arms to wrap up with people as opposed to doing a headshot, thinking I can just knock him over like I'm a bowling ball. And that, my friends, is the difference in that defense.
The group tackling effort has been noticeable week to week. I love that. But back to Diggs, though, my lucky number 7, that kid, it's not just his play. He's still got room to grow.
Oh, a lot.
Stephon Diggs is his older brother. He only played cornerback in college for a year, if I'm not mistaken, Raj. You can correct me there.
It's really like a receiver.
His rookie season, a COVID season, was his second year ever from transitioning from wide receiver, which he looks like on the defensive side of the ball, to playing cornerback. So last year was definitely development, and he, through the offseason, working with Big Brother, working with CeeDee Lamb, working with Amari Cooper and those guys, man, it shows. And the tackling. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes a difference because a lot of times we'd have plays that, listen, they get paid on the other side of the football field too. They're going to make plays. But it's when you have a play that should go 10 or 15 yards that goes to the house that kills you. All right.
Roz is tapped out on Cowboys talk. We miss a game?
No. I was answering the chat and listening to you guys talk, and
yeah, he said he took Carolina +5, and of course they took the Cowboys.
Enough Cowboy content to satisfy the people. They came to see us live this time. I wanted to give them what they came for.
Okay.
And nobody talks about it better than used to.
Okay.
Come on, Danny. Run it, Danny. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble it. I just said this thing. Don't fumble it. Let's go. Rasheed, look. You know you're hold it.
All right. We have to have a little humor up in here. Okay, so you guys have anything to add? Stu, we're going to be doing a drawing. I didn't have time to get it set up tonight. Everybody who donated to Dream to Walk on North Texas Giving Day, I've got the names. I'm going to do a drawing for Joe Barty. In fact, I'm going to get it painted up before we do the drawing, and we're going to be giving that away because we have to thank everybody who gave till it hurts. And Stu, I gave till it hurts. I did.
Yes, you did.
And you know what? If you got another charity coming up, I have some new ones that Michael found. It's bad enough to have the Carolina Reaper, right? This one is the Carolina Reaper and the Scorpion Pepper combined on one chip.
See, what kind of person am I as your friend to want to put that pain on you to raise money? Oh, yeah, I got to help other people too, so we'll figure it out. And
I'll tell you what, bro.
I'll make sure Tracy has ice cream that
night. That thing might be so hot, it might make you get up and walk. I ain't kidding you.
I'll eat as many as you got.
I know that one ain't a joke. Huh?
I have two final thoughts. Mm-hmm. Just one, you were talking about depth through the season.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not our fantasy show. So this is strictly a teaser for Saturday when we talk. Right there, under my hand, is a name y'all need to remember. Just remember it. Don't do nothing crazy. But I did also want to talk to you about the Joe Bardys.
Mm-hmm.
You said once we might donate one of those if you win in a league with Saquon Barkley, and I think Rasheed might have earned it, whooping on Philly and taking the beatings every week at your house.
I think he's already got one, but okay, I can give him another one.
Well, just down the road. We'll talk about it Saturday. That's okay. A fantasy thing.
That's one thing. What's the second?
The name.
Oh.
Mark doesn't get it.
We'll talk about it on Saturday.
There's a name on his screen that could be relevant for fantasy football. Nothing for you to worry about, Mark.
I don't see a name.
These are for Saturday. In his screen right there. Reed Sinet.
I changed my name.
Oh. Okay. All right. I missed that. All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming in. I didn't have my sound effects in here, so all the ladies that are in here, I appreciate y'all. Lissay has the comment of the night. I believe it was Lissay who said that the Eagles couldn't beat. It wasn't beat a dog. Couldn't do something.
Do we have?
Couldn't upset a dog.
Have you got?
Couldn't upset a dog.
What?
He said that the Eagles couldn't upset a dog. Okay.
Oh wow!
I was like, damn, that's some cold shit.
Have you gotten good feedback then on the pick show? People enjoy us doing this.
On the pick show, I actually have to go back through and check out the comments and things.
We're winning against Vegas. So
well, we're winning against Vegas. We can ask everybody right here if you liked what we've been doing here on our pick show. This is our first time live. If you want to see it live, leave us a comment and say, yeah, do it live, or it's ass. It's just say it's Philadelphia. Just say it's Philadelphia. Or we love it. So just let us know what you think, and we'll keep on doing it. Maybe we'll try and dress it up some, do some graphics and make it all pretty-like and stuff, because we are.
Oh, I can screen share my graphics anytime you want. I have them on the spreadsheet. I've been doing that.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you wanted that up.
You're fancy. It better not be any Packer shit.
No, it's the teams and the time, and then I just input your pick, and we just scroll down the page. Nothing fancy, not all the colors that I use in the spreadsheets you've seen.
I'll set it up for next week.
Oh, I love this. Love and succeed. Dumb football analysts saying that Washington No Names will win the division with Fitzpatrick. Yes. Outscoring them 251 at Legends. Yes, do it live. My dad beat all of us, so my brother went to Philly because he don't want to get beat no more. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Wow.
Mark, you're in the basement. Okay. All right. With that being said,
subscribe, join the members channel. We have the member Discord. Stu threw that out.
And definitely the TikTok. Don't forget the TikTok.
JSR Fantasy. And if anybody has anything they want to throw out, jsrfantasy@gmail.com is available. Yeah.
All right. With that being said, we're going to turn out the lights.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over.